Hey everybody, I'm Winston.
And I'm Chris.
And we're back with our Mr. Nice Guy Review podcast. Nobody's been answering trivia questions basically, and no one's really been paying attention.
What gives with that?
Yeah. So we've got a new idea. We figure you probably don't have an hour because everybody's probably working and doing other stuff. So we're changing the complete format of our show, and that our favorite part of doing it is the news. So we're just going to be doing weekly installments, about 20-25 minutes of the entertainment news that, we thought you needed to hear. But basically, if you want to know the other stuff, like what we think of movies and stuff like that, you can still go to the blog at MrNiceGuyReview.blogspot.com. That is MrNiceGuyReview.blogspot.com. And you can find Chris and I posting a bunch of reviews, a bunch of stuff about what we've been watching, and you can read for once, because you probably need to learn how to read.
Yeah.
Is basically where we're coming from. So to get this started, we're just going to jump right in the news, and this is the new Mr. Nice Guy Review podcast, and this is where if we had a theme song, we'd probably play it.
Probably go something like this.
Yeah. And this is where someone with talent would probably sing. There would be a dance, but you wouldn't be able to see it. But yeah. Basically, that's what would happen.
So here's the news.
Basically, the first thing that I thought was really important, and by really important, I mean not important, was Sylvester Stallone.
Yo.
May star in a Rambo television series as Rambo. That's right, a 60-plus-year-old Rambo. And what do you think about? I mean, that sounds horrible. That sounds like the worst thing ever.
It would sound better if they were going with someone else, like
literally
younger.
Anyone else.
Maybe go back and have someone younger play Rambo as in the
Weird.
TV series, but him playing Rambo.
It's not believable.
No.
I don't think Rambo is not believable anyway. But it's like him, 60-something-year-old John Rambo going through like North Korea, Vietnam. They gotta put it somewhere because it's like he's obviously older, so that war he was in is over. So I don't know. I think it's a bad move. They're just in the creative talks now, where they're just trying to brainstorm and come up with an idea. But I thought that sounded stupid.
Yeah, well, I think they should have ended on the last movie called Rambo.
In case you haven't seen it, it's called Rambo.
Yeah. That ended well. I mean,
I like First Blood.
Yeah.
I like the First Blood Part 2. Like I like those. I don't know. I'm just really tired of sequels.
I'm over it though. That's the only thing.
Let's reboot this reboot of a reboot. But you know what would make this reboot different? Same actors. We'll just milk it for everything it's worth. I think it's horrible.
Use the CGI. Made me mad younger.
They're gonna do the CGI from Captain America, where they make Chris Evans look really tiny, and they're gonna make Sylvester Stallone look 15 years old. It's like that's what I want. So I want to, and maybe it could be like an animated show. It'd be like the Muppet Babies, but it's like with Rambo. That would be awesome. I would totally watch that. Rambo Babies. Back into other TV news about stuff that I don't really care about. James Franco, who I don't really like James Franco very much. Like I know you like James Franco.
I think he's hilarious, but he is out there.
I think he's horrible. I think he's bad for this country. I just think he just seems super pretentious. Adding to his pretension is he's going to host a new television show on the Ovation Network, which is all about high art and fine art and stuff like that. And the film is called James Franco Presents. And guess what it's about? It's about James Franco.
Oh.
It's basically, he's going to be taking his art projects and his video diaries and is going to be showing them. So someone paid James Franco to be James Franco, which, how do I get that job? It's like, all you have to do is be weird, just do a bunch of really weird artsy things, and we're gonna give you lots of money.
I was hoping you were gonna say he's doing it for charity.
No.
Yeah. No one should pay him to do that.
No. I mean, I don't know. I think it's kind of cool in that, A&E and TLC, all those channels have kind of like moved away from like what they were on, which is like A&E's like arts and entertainment. It's supposed to be about fine art, and now it's like unsolved mysteries, followed by a rerun of Glades and, and stuff like that. And TLC is the opposite of the Learning Channel now. I've learned like the TLC is pretty much like the only thing you learn is how not to live your life, which is, a lot better than most channels can say. But at least Ovation's sticking to what they said they were going to do. They're all about high art and trying to be different. And I think what they're trying to do is probably get somebody famous, a la James Franco, who, might get people like you and I to watch just because it's James Franco. And, we might be turned on to some, high-class art, which I won't be, but we'll see. Like, oh, really? Oh, this Van Gogh is excellent. This is wonderful. Would you like some cheese with your Zima?
Is this an original motif?
Is this an intro? Yes, this is wonderful. If you close your eyes, you can really see it. Anyway, moving on to something I'm really excited about. You like Breaking Bad, Chris? No?
No.
I didn't think so. Well, then you won't like this news. I don't know about you. One of my favorite characters, I'm not going to go into spoilers, one of my favorite characters on the show, it's Mike.
Right.
I always like Mike.
Okay.
I think he's awesome. Do you like Mike?
Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't.
That's horrible. That's the worst answer. How dare you answer that?
Just some scenes, he was a little hard on Walt, but, I do like Mike.
Oh,
Later
yeah.
on, I definitely
God forbid they're hard to the murderous drug dealer. It's like, sometimes he just was not nice to Walt. All Walt wanted to do was kill those people and sell those drugs. I'm so upset at Mike. No, I get that. He's a gruff, he's a gruff dude. But I like Jonathan Banks, who is the name of the actor. He's going to be a series regular on, I was a little upset when one of my favorite shows, Community, Chevy Chase left it last year because Chevy Chase is insane, and Donald Glover is only going to be in 5 of the 13 episodes, which I was disappointed about. But Jonathan Banks is going to be in 11 of the 13 new episodes, so he's basically a series regular. I don't know. I'm pretty excited about that because, do you think Banks will translate? Because I know he was in one episode that I saw of Parks and Rec, and he was funny in that. But do you think that he's going to be able to translate to comedy?
I do. I think that if they come up with a stern role for him to play, that it's definitely a role to gas at. It's there. He does well in Breaking Bad in some scenes. I laughed a lot at some of the dialogue that he displayed, and I think it'll be good.
I hope what they do is he's playing a criminology professor, and he was a cop in the show called Wise Guy in the 80s, which is his first big role. My thing that I'm hoping is I hope they just play off all the stereotypes about the typical gruff teacher and the hard-nosed cop. Hopefully they just make fun of all that, and I don't know. I think it's gonna be funny. I think it's gonna be really good.
I think he'll do well. I like him as an actor. Like I said, he was hit and miss in Breaking Bad for me, but
I'm gonna hit.
That's just because Bryan Cranston is.
I'm gonna
awesome.
hit you for saying he's hit and miss. That's the only hit that you're gonna feel. The one from a fist, crying. Fox, everyone. That's a TV station. In case you didn't know that, it's one of the big 4. And then CW is their stepchild, their little annoying stepbrother. Well, Fox has this live-action TV show co-created by Seth MacFarlane, and it stars Seth Green, who's also, Seth Green also created Robot Chicken and is the a co-star on Family Guy as Chris. Well, basically, it's the worst reviewed show of the new season already, and it's basically because there's scenes with Brenda Song, who is an actress who most people probably know as she played London Tipton on Sweet Life of Zack and Cody, which I'm sure you don't know. I'm aware things to very young family members, young cousins. But, the big news is that Asian American groups are really upset about it because there's a lot of racial stereotypes where they basically sexually objectify her and make her dress up in a Sailor Moon costume. So, yeah. But Fox came out and said that they're going to stick by him, basically, and say that this is the point of the show, and we're not going to make them make these changes, these edits that you want them to do. A, what do you think about Fox sticking with the show? And B, just in general, what do you think about the whole issue with, I guess, action groups pressuring TV shows? And do you think that would set a precedent if they were like, oh, we'll make this one change now because this group is really upset. But what do you think?
Well, I do think Fox is going to stick behind Seth MacFarlane and whatever he has his hands on.
Unless it's the Cleveland Show.
Family Guy. We've seen it in Family Guy millions of times. I mean, picking on every kind of stereotype.
Pretty offensive.
I mean, religious, politically, anything. So I don't think it's anything new.
Yeah, I mean, I don't, especially not from Seth MacFarlane.
Right. And as far as these action groups, I think that there's far not to excuse anything, but there's far worse, and to single out Fox and Seth MacFarlane in this TV show, like I mean,
there's I think there's a lot more trying issues and like issues that need to be met at the forefront of like what we talk about, but I don't think that this is a big deal.
Right.
But I don't know. I just thought it was interesting because it's like usually you can say like, oh well, the show's at least funny. They're definitely making a joke, but like critics don't even like this thing. Like people are saying it's horrible. Like so, I thought that was
Well, I'm a huge fan of Seth MacFarlane, so I mean, I'll
probably think he's a funny dude.
Be looking out for it, and probably
I'll definitely watch it. I'll see how like I definitely want to watch at least an episode or so. And just see, how if it's funny or if it's not.
And if it's obviously apparent that they're picking on Asian culture
and not funny, like I'm gonna be like I'm not gonna say I'm offended because I'm very white. It's like I have no reason. I'm just like I'm not allowed to be offended by anything. It's just like my life has been so great. Like it's like there's no way I'm so upset of the way they portrayed the white man as the boss of that business. It's like that is hurtful. That is so hurtful. Like, I don't know. I just thought it was interesting. I don't think that they should fold to action groups, and the main reason is it might be offensive. The show might not be very funny, but if Fox listens to them now, then they could, it just opens the door for everybody to basically get their hand in the cookie jar and start changing stuff.
Yeah.
So I have issues with that. Moving on. Lee Thompson Young. Just some quick news. He was the famous Jet Jackson. People might remember that. It was like a Disney television show in the late 90s. And he's also currently on Rizzoli and Isles. He killed himself the other day at the age of 29. So, rest in peace from us at Mr. Nice Guy Review. It's always sad to see a young actor who just started starring on that Rizzoli and Isles show. Right. Obviously there was something really troubling going on. So I thought that was pretty sad. Also, someone who passed away. Elmore Leonard, who is he was 87 years old and is a pretty famous writer. If you've seen the films, Get Shorty, he wrote the book that's based on, The Big Bounce, just all tons of short stories and stuff. But the main thing recently is he created the character Raylan Givens, and that was featured in a bunch of short stories and novellas and stuff like that. But he passed away recently, and that was pretty upsetting. You got any news?
Well, Bradley Cooper, who everybody knows from The Hangover, and he was in Limitless, and recently
Silver Linings Playbook,
Silver Linings Playbook, Place Beyond the Pines.
Yeah.
He's planning to play Lance Armstrong.
Oh wow.
And
that'll be interesting.
That'll be interesting. I do think it'll probably be a good role choice for him, and because he does sort of resemble Lance Armstrong, and I really don't know too much about the Lance Armstrong situation or how people feel about a movie coming out about Lance Armstrong.
He's a cheater that had cancer. Is basically is what the story is, and but it should be interesting because on the one hand, obviously Lance Armstrong did cheat. He lied, and he used steroids. He used performance-enhancing drugs. So none of the Tour de France he won are legitimate. But at the same time, he raised hundreds of millions of dollars for cancer research. Right. So,
I definitely respect that. I never really followed him. I had one of those Livestrong bracelets because I'm twice a cancer survivor myself.
Yeah.
So that's all I really know about him. I donated $1 for a bracelet.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna look out for that movie. Paranormal 4 will be coming out in 2014 next year.
No.
So for those of you, or the few of you that have been looking forward to the new Paranormal, I would guess Halloween next year.
Yeah. coming Easter 2014. Paranormal Activity 4.
Also, I mean, you guys have heard us bring up the Christopher Nolan flick Interstellar coming out next summer.
Yeah, I'm really excited.
The plot has been revised. If you see it anywhere on the internet, this is how it's going to go. They're basically saying that a wormhole is somehow found and used to exceed the limits of space travel, so possibly leading Matthew McConaughey, Anne Hathaway, Jessica Chastain, and a slew of other great cast members into alternate universes.
Nice.
But who knows, because it is a Nolan film, so who knows where the film will take us. All I know is watch out for that one, because it'll definitely be a good flick.
They'll probably go to Gotham City, and then they'll find out that it was all a dream tattooed on a guy's chest. It's like we're going to tie all the movies together with Interstellar. We're jumping to all these alternate universes, one of which has Batman.
He is bringing back most of like the set design.
I thought you were going to say he is bringing back Batman, and no. it's going to be wonderful. He's bringing back Heath Ledger from the dead. He is going to be reanimated, and it's going to be an animatronic created by Jim Henson Company.
He's bringing back the set design and Hans Zimmer, who composed all of Nolan's films.
Oh yeah.
So it's obviously going to be epic for us Nolan fans.
Epic. Christopher Nolan.
And that's all I've really got as far as movie news.
Nice. Those are that's awesome though. I'm excited about Interstellar. I know we both are. So here's some news. Lindsay Lohan is going to be in the newest season of Eastbound and Down. So,
well,
that is the correct response to that statement.
Well,
thank you. I mean, cool, good for her. She's trying to turn her career around again. It's just like, what better person for a show about redemption like Eastbound and Down to bring? And
I mean, she's obviously gonna play
Lindsay Lohan.
She's obviously gonna play a co-core.
She's gonna be a nun. Actually, she's been cast to play Mother Teresa.
I'm excited just because I love Kenny Powers, and I think they're gonna end. I mean, this is supposed to be the last season.
Yeah.
And they're gonna end it.
Go out with a bang.
Yeah, for real.
Probably literally. Everything's probably just going to explode. That's the final episode. Is a 30-minute long explosion. That would be awesome. I think, I'm looking forward to that. But I thought it was interesting. Lindsay Lohan got added to it. So.
Yeah, good for her, though, because she was, I mean, honestly, I thought she, had a lot of talent.
This is her most important role since The Parent Trap. Freaky Friday.
I mean, back then, you're like, this is like a promising actress. She's going to have a good career. And then, I mean, the blowout.
She snorted it all away.
Yeah, I mean, gee.
Drank away her future.
But good for her if she can get it back.
I'm sure she'll be funny because I'm sure she'll be making fun of herself. So I always, respect people for doing that. Hulk Hogan, who's probably most well known for being the father of Brooke Hogan. He said in an interview that he would like Chris Hemsworth to play him in a film. So once again, it's another news story where I don't really know how to react, mainly because I think that there's something wrong with Hulk Hogan if he thinks that Chris Hemsworth is going to play him in a film. The Mighty Thor.
A jacked Aussie.
Yeah.
Oh, brother.
We're going to need you to shave your head. You're going to need to have a horrible skullet. Push part of your head and grow it out in the back. That's going to be excellent. But I don't know. It'll be interesting. I wonder if Chris Hemsworth would do it. I would like to think no. But I mean, probably. And news about other horrible career choices. Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter director Timur Bekmambetov, he might direct the remake of Ben-Hur. That's a cool, awesome. That's a great film. Yeah. Historically a great film. But guess what else? He's producing a movie about killer squirrels. So let's make one positive career choice and then follow it up with a horrible career choice. I saw a poster for it, and the poster's like a squirrel eating a human finger. So they're like full on snakes on a planing it right now. Is what I get from that. I don't know. I have no interest in seeing that.
No.
But at the same time,
Ben-Hur maybe.
Yeah.
I mean.
But at the same time, I have a great deal of interest in seeing it. If only it's as good as Sharknado. If only. Squirrel-nado. Bryan Cranston, who you might know from Malcolm in the Middle.
I was going Malcolm.
Gotcha. Malcolm in the Bad. Breaking the Middle. Most of you know being the father of Frankie Muniz. And a child that has cerebral palsy. So basically, he was in his high school chemistry club. So as a child, he knew that he was going to be the one who knocks. I don't know. I thought that was kind of funny. I saw the picture online of him in it, and it's just like, got a cool bowl cut. It's like, golly. My thing is, like, who found that?
Yeah.
Like, good God. Like, it's not, like, and hey, it took him so long. It's like, come on.
At least he knows at least a little something about chemistry, and maybe, like, he could follow the script a little closer. Maybe
it'll be a little more accurate next time. The last few episodes. Basically, the FX is this new network coming out called the FXX, and they're going to have a bunch of sitcoms and stuff. They're moving It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia there, and The League and all that stuff. Well, that premieres on Labor Day with I'm pretty sure it's an all-day Parks and Recreation marathon.
Cool.
I thought that was pretty neat. That's a pretty great way to start your first thing you ever show.
So if you haven't seen Parks and Rec, definitely turn it to FXX.
FXX. I don't know what channel it's going to be on. They say go to getfxx.com and you can look up and type your area code and your service provider, and they'll show you where to get it. Hopefully, it's not something you have to pay to add, because I'll be really upset if I have to pay extra money to watch It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Yeah. And like The League and stuff. I love those shows. But we talk about Duck Dynasty a lot, not because we watch it, but because they're like really popular and in the news. And they've been in 2 big news stories lately, and it's all positive PR. They can't do anything wrong. Jace, who's one of the brothers and one of the main characters, was in Trump Tower in New York City, and he went and asked where the bathroom was in the lobby. And the guy escorted him outside because he thought he was homeless. He said instead of racial profiling, because he has a beard, he called it facial profiling. I don't know, man. I like these guys.
That's hilarious.
I don't know. I like that. But it's like, how ridiculous are you? Someone asks you to use the bathroom and you just show them out the door. And be like, how homeless do you have to look to get thrown out because you look homeless? Like,
that's the thing with those guys. Probably didn't even think nothing of it.
Yeah, they're just like, this is what happens.
There's a McDonald's right around the corner.
He's like, I knew the decision I made and the consequences when I grew this beard. Like, I knew that this was an option. Oh man! And another one is Willie, who's the main character. I would assume the brother is. This couple was getting married at this, I guess it's the equivalent of a Bass Pro Shops. I don't know. I think it's called a Field and Stream or whatever in Pennsylvania. And he was there signing autographs and stuff. And he surprised this couple during their wedding that they were having at the Field and Stream's store. A, I don't know why you'd have your wedding at the Field and Stream store. But B, that's pretty awesome. I don't know. I'm sure that everyone there was just like, oh my God! Willie! Duck Call! Willie! That's the boy from Duck Dynasty. He's so funny. He's a good boy. I don't know. I thought that was awesome. It's like they're not doing anything wrong. They obviously, A, love their fans, and B, have a sense of humor about themselves. Like, Jace wouldn't have told that. Jace wouldn't have told that story. You know what I mean? Like, most people probably think it's kind of embarrassing to be considered like you look homeless, but you know what I mean? Like, I'm just glad they have a sense of humor about themselves.
I say they're humble enough to where, yeah, they can joke about it, and Willie can go crash a wedding and be like, not think twice about it.
Yeah,
because he knows that, if they're at a fishing stream, so they're obviously not going to care.
Can you imagine though? It's just like, excuse me, Mr. Willie, I believe is what someone told me. We're trying to have this peaceful wedding at the Field and Stream. No one needs your little duck call pushing your way in.
And he's got on his overalls.
This is our special day. He ruined it. I never thought that at Field and Stream that we would have someone like that there. We only expected the highest of high class. As the husband says with his monocle. I do believe, sir, that we have an intruder. Please escort yourself outside. That's so ridiculous. More power to him. I think that's awesome. I wish nothing but the best all those people, I don't even watch the show that much. I've seen several episodes, but I wish nothing but the best for them if they're going to be that down to earth and that awesome. You can't even like hate on somebody like that.
Definitely not.
Because you seem like a total tool if you're like, I hate those guys. They're so freaking nice. These guys are jerks. They give people stuff. They're like, yay, be mean for a second, total tool. Oh my gosh. A couple more news items, and then we're going to finish up here. In pilot news, Comedy Central has ordered a TV pilot from Ben Stiller. Seth Rogen has a pilot deal with FX for an animated show called Bigfoot, which is about Bigfoot. And I guess a couple other quick ones is Omar Gooding from Smart Guy and Hanging with Mr. Cooper was arrested for a DUI. So it's Cuba Gooding Jr.'s younger brother. So interesting.
Yeah.
But whatever. What are you going to do?
Come on, man. That wasn't Smart Guy.
Can you see him like, yeah, he's not one smart guy. I can see the cop pulling him over now and he's just like, do you know who I am? I'm Omar Gooding. Maybe you've seen Hanging with Mr. Cooper. Maybe you've seen Smart Guy. Oh, you haven't? Okay, well, just give me the ticket. It's like, I'm very sorry. Please don't. I know Taj Mowry. Leave me alone. I know TNT. And other quick news before we head out here. Elizabeth Olsen might play the Scarlet Witch in Avengers: The Age of Ultron. Cool. That's cool because she's the only one in that family that can act at all.
Yeah, I really like her. She's a good actor.
You see like Mary-Kate and Ashley, and it's just like these two like bulimic twins that are horrible and haven't done anything productive for society in their entire lives. And then out of nowhere comes their sister who, like, I didn't even know they had a sister. Like, like when the most productive thing you've done for society is play a girl on Full House, there's something wrong with your life. It's like you need to do something better with it. I like Elizabeth Olsen. I think she's a really good actress. Yeah. And I think that she'll do a good job as the Scarlet Witch. I'm excited.
I agree.
Last thing in news that like really upsets me, the Oprah Winfrey Network has made a disastrous television decision, and they've ordered more episodes of Tyler Perry's Love Thy Neighbor.
Yeah, I've never seen it, and I don't know anything.
I don't know. If you think Tyler Perry movies are bad, you should watch a Tyler Perry TV show. I don't know. He's another person who I kind of feel like a jerk for like hating on because he does a lot of good stuff with his money and being a successful black man. Like I'm not trying to like step all over him, but it's just I'm not a big fan of that stuff. I like Diary of a Mad Black Woman. I thought that was funny. Some of the other stuff I just don't really think is funny. I kind of think he sells out his race. Personally, like I think that he's just basically selling out his race to make money, and I don't know. But I don't know. I just think that the Oprah Winfrey Network shouldn't be giving money to TV shows that suck. Basically, that's how I feel about it.
I mean, people still aren't going to watch it. I mean, no matter. I mean, Oprah can give money to whoever she wants.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
everyone gets a free TV show.
Yeah. No one's going to watch it.
No, just Oprah.
So Oprah's going to be the one when it gets canceled. She's going to be like,
yeah.
Well, I mean,
what have I done?
Sorry.
Oh, that $400 million. That's real chump change.
See what else you can do, Tyler Perry. Come back to me with something else that sucks.
Oh man. Well, that's it for us here at Mr. Nice Guy Review. We're coming in right under 30 minutes, which is exciting. Half the time, which means you can definitely listen to it.
Oh, yeah.
But for Mr. Nice Guy Review, keep listening.